Even if you think you're experimenting with something that I know I'm trying this, or it could be fentanyl. That one pill can kill. That's really, they say that. Unfortunately, that is what happened to my sister. She was just so young. She had so much more life to live that I want her to live through me still. She was 15. I had just turned 23 when she passed away. She was really funny, super brave. She would talk to anybody, and when we went to Disneyland, she wanted to, ride all the upside down rides, and I can't do it. I can't go on that one, so I had to make my boyfriend go with her because I just wasn't that brave. And that was the first time we'd been to any amusement park, and she was ready to, just do it. She's really loving, loved to be with her family. She was a great aunt. Being 15, she'd been an aunt at 9. That's when my daughter was born. She just loved being with her grandparents, hanging out with us. She'd come to our apartment all the time. She went on vacation with us. She liked to be with her family. She was proud of her family, proud to be an aunt, a great sister. She was the youngest of us 3 girls. Our baby loved being with my sister. She always was a fun time, just laughing and joking, silly faces, taking funny pictures, silly ones, like Snapchat filters with, dog ears and silly stuff. I knew that she was smoking weed, teenage stuff. I've smoked weed since I was 13, 14 years old. I didn't think it was, she'd seen me smoking. I used to even think, this is my fault because I smoked around her. She probably wouldn't have tried any drugs if I hadn't, let her do it. I wasn't going to stop her or anything like that. But also, I'm started smoking weed at 13, and I've never done anything else but that. I've never tried any other drug. She got into her teenage years, and she kind of struggled a little bit with school. She had been changing schools. I think she changed 3 times, and then she was it was like an online school. That was the last kind of school she went to. 2 years before, too, her brother-in-law passed away, and it was like a tragic, unexpected death, and she was real close with him, called him brother, My parents had just divorced, too, broken up 2 years before she passed away. So it was just, she was a teenager and kind of going through life, parents splitting up, and we'd always just all lived at the house. So she was moving, and we weren't at that house anymore, and just kind of struggling with teenage life. So we found her that next morning. She had taken something. At that time, we didn't know what she had taken. They said it was an overdose, though. My grandpa went in there and found her. She was already gone, but he was, he did CPR on her, trying to bring her back. And it was too late. We found her too late, and when the ambulance and the EMT and everybody got there, they didn't even work on her. They just already told us, she's gone. My dad called me, and I was at work, and he'd called twice. So after the second time, I was like, okay, I need to answer it because what's going on? And he told me, your sister overdosed. And I thought, okay, so this is, she was doing teenage stuff. I said, okay, well, tell me what, the hospital, where are you guys? What's going on? And he said, no, it's not like that. And then he never said, like, she passed away. When he said it's not like that. Yeah, I knew. I was just getting off of work, and I was on the phone, and my boyfriend and my daughter were there to pick me up after work, and I got in the car and was just, my sister died, screaming, crying, I don't know what's going on. They said that she overdosed, and we went straight to my grandma's. That's where she passed away, and she was already gone. There was no ambulance or anything left. It was just me and my family, and we just sat there and didn't really say anything, just crying and in shock. Couldn't believe it. When we got the autopsy, they told us that it was the fentanyl mixed with the Xanax, the benzo, and that's like a toxic mix. Those two, you stop breathing, just not two things you want to mix together. And we tried to get the detectives to, find who maybe had sold the pills to her. And we had her friends go on Snapchat, and we found the guy right away. We found the guy and sent the Snapchats to the detectives. They, we'll get back to you. Never anything. This was when fentanyl was still, new, 2018. So there was no Narcan. I don't think even the EMTs, even if she was still there, I don't think anybody would be carrying Narcan or anything like that. Fentanyl, it was still new. I had heard, one or two news stories, this is something that's 100 times stronger than heroin. But just a few things in the news. That it was scary, stay away from this drug, but it wasn't, this is everywhere. Watch, your kids could be doing this in your house right under your nose. And she didn't know that it was the fentanyl. She thought she was trying Xanax. Fentanyl wasn't a thing yet. She didn't know what fentanyl was. Like I said, I'd just seen maybe something in Yahoo News or something like that, It wasn't local news. People weren't talking about it. This was still, people were dying from heroin that's the news thing said 100 times stronger than heroin, because that was the epidemic at that point. One time, and that could, you're having fun, you're a teenager, experimenting, I was a teenager too. I understand that feeling of trying new things, but when I was a teenager, it wasn't like this. She took a pill thinking it was something else, and it was way stronger than anything I had in my day. Heroin, people shoot that up, and teenagers aren't going to go, I'm experimenting, I'm going to shoot up for the, my grandpa never, after finding her and doing, the CPR, he never recovered from that. He always missed her every single day. He talked about her. He missed her. When my sister first passed away, I did this campaign, I think it was with the DEA or something like that, and all the parents of the kids, it was all still heroin. So there wasn't many people who even knew what it was, even in those groups. of the parents who had lost their kids to opioids, it wasn't, even they didn't know what fentanyl was. I still miss her every day, and I went through my times of drinking, and I just wanted to not feel it, I guess. So I started binge drinking, was, addicted to alcohol for a little bit, and just kept drinking. It wasn't harming me, really, so I just kept doing it until I realized I was hurting myself more and more and more and more, trying to get rid of that pain. Right now, I haven't drank in about 5 months, so still recovering, but real proud of myself. I used to go a month and be like, okay, well, I went a month and I'll have one drink and I'll be okay with one drink, and then I would binge that whole night and then wake up and, I don't feel good, let me just drink some more. And now that I haven't been doing that in months, I feel 100% better. I feel like my sister is way more proud of me now than she would be seeing me addicted to alcohol and drinking every day. And I didn't drink like that before she had passed away. She'd see me have a glass of wine or something like that. Now, went through the whole holiday season, didn't drink on Christmas or New Year's, Thanksgiving. It's probably the first sober season that I've had since she passed away. It was much better. Got up and wanted to do the Christmas stuff, wanted to have Thanksgiving dinner, and didn't need to go get alcohol, before Christmas, before the stores close on Christmas, or, I didn't have to worry about any of that. Woke up feeling good and happy and not down in the dumps waiting to have another drink to try to, maybe even just pass out so I don't even think about it. People tell you, oh, it's just this, don't worry, your friends, come on, try this. There's no reason for you to be doing any kind of pills or hard drugs, anything that you don't, even if your friends are telling you, no, it's not that bad, and, I do it all the time. No, just don't. Not worth it. That one pill can take your life and leave your family and your nieces, your sisters, your grandparents. You don't want to leave your family heartbroken like that. My family will never be the same after losing her. My grandpa's not a real religious person. He went out and built this huge cross in the backyard for her, and he wasn't religious, and her favorite color was blue, painted it blue, this giant cross, and made it like a bird feeder. Her name was Raven, so, birds, and he never recovered from that. He always missed her. He passed away in 2023, and I'm just happy that he's there with her. I know that that was the first thing that he would have wanted to see was her, and that she was our baby, and I don't want to say she would be alone in heaven, but now she has him.